Hello and welcome to the off-meta sensation, Toxicalia, the toxic multi-shot Amazon. One of my favorite off-meta builds that I've created. And do we have upgrades? First off, I'm in a Players 8 game online. Let's just see how strong we can be. All right? This is Players 8. Yeah, you see that? Just in time too, all those guys left. They were doing a bail walk. So, that was Players 8, dudes. Alright? Now, does that mean this is the greatest Players 8 build ever? No. It's off meta. Alright? I never show Players 8. I'm always on Players 1. I just wanted to show I killed Eldritch on Players 8 with one shot of my multi-shot, you know, because poison doesn't stack, right? So I thought that was amazing, and I have so many upgrades to show. It's kind of insane. Hey, check out this Martel de Fer with 409 lightning damage. So many upgrades. Let's go to the Rogue Encampment because it's just calm and cool there. You'll notice, first thing, if you've been keeping up with some of these, you'll notice that we look a little different. Before we had black armor on, right? And it was Natalia's armor. And I used that because it gave a few other mods, and I put some kind of facets in there that were quite, they weren't perfect, you know? So this time, though, check out the armor. Jeweler's Bone Weave of Defiance with 4 perfect poison facets. Defiance mod gives poison length reduced by 75%. So that actually, with some of our other gear, does put us at 125% poison length reduced. Maybe someone can tell me if that actually does work in that way or if it caps at a certain point. It doesn't really matter. We have a cleansing aura for our mercenary to help with poison. But here's the thing. Minus 20 plus 20% poison skill damage, right? With 146 poison damage over 2 seconds on this armor. Of course, we have the Artisan's Tiara of Speed. I made this a long time ago, and I've been showing it off, but it's got the Run Walk 30% with the minus 15 plus 15 for poison. Coarse Triangle's Claws for the 25% poison skill damage. And then we have Toxicalia's Gemmed Crusader Bow. Minus 30 plus 30 in... with 219 poison damage over 2 seconds. So that sits us at a total of 90% to poison skill damage, minus 65% to enemy poison resistance, okay? Now, that covers the helmet, the armor, the gloves, and the bow, where we get lots of our damage enhancements. To make up for a lot of what we're lacking here, we are lacking resistances, basically. You'll notice there's really no resistances on any of these, except for the poison length reduced, you know, which is something, but it's not really a resistance. It doesn't reduce damage. And then there is 30 cold resist on these gloves, but that's not a lot. We have to make up for all of that with everything else. So first, we do have an Annie. It's a 20-18-10. I used this one. I did have some that had 20 resist all. But I wanted this because the 10 experience gained. I just leveled to 93 on this character. So, also, the rings. We're getting all res on this ring with a bump to lightning resist 33. This also has mana steal and mana and 50 poison damage. So it's very on theme, and there's really no wasted stat on this ring. The gold find, you could say, kind of is, but who doesn't like a little extra gold find? Here's the other ring. 8% life stolen, 4 dex, 7 energy, 30 lightning res, 20 fire res, 1 to mana each kill. No wasted stats on this. I need every single one of those things on this. The mana per kill is really nice too. Here is my crafted mesh belt. It's got 10% faster hit recovery, 2% life stolen per hit, 9% chance of open wounds, because open wounds does stack along with poison. They can work in tandem. 37 to life, cold resist 15, lightning resist 28. So big bumps in lightning on the belt, the ring, and this other ring here. These pair of blood boots I crafted. This was the best I could craft for now. But look, 30% faster run walk, only 1% life stolen, 18 to life, 5 replenished life, 14 lightning, 10 poison, and 8% magic find. So basically, I just needed these to have lifesteal, big lightning res at least, and then I wanted the 30% faster run walk. This is the only pair that I could craft so far that had everything I needed on it. And I've been crafting more to see if I could get one that really rolls basically massive lightning, and with something else, with another resistance would be nice, like cold or poison. Or maybe even a double roll on like the replenished life or something. And then I definitely could use more lifesteal on these. And then the amulet, it says +1 to assassin skill levels because all the other mods on this are desirable. So I couldn't, basically the only way that this could be better for me would be if it had, 2 to Amazon skills or something. But basically 8% lifesteal is pretty necessary. 28 to strength right now is helpful. It's allowing me to wear the armor as well as the shield I have in the offhand. So 28 strength, cold resist 20, lightning resist 20, fire resist 20, poison length reduced 50%, and then a massive bump to poison resist 52%. We're still negative 51 because of the rotting fissure, but that's okay. Because of the cleansing aura and because of all the poison length reduced that we have, poison doesn't last on us very long at all. So just having even that bump there is enough to keep us alive, So anyway, once we have the mercenary gives us flickering flame. He gives us cleansing aura from his plague. He wears a storm shield so that he doesn't die, so that he can tank a little bit. And I put a requirements reduced jewel in it so that he can equip it because he doesn't have enough strength on his own. And then he's wearing Enigma. All right. Now here's the thing. Enigma, I can swap to it if I need to, and I want to start teleporting around. Okay. And this shield has 30 strength on it. So the mercenary then can wear my armor too, because his base value for strength is only 146 at level 92. So we can swap. I can teleport around, and then we can swap back. So he carries Enigma for me. He offers Cleansing Aura with his Plague, which rolled 2 to skills. He offers the Resist Fire Aura, so he gets our resistances for fire up. And then he also gives us a level 41 enchant for the attack rating, which we definitely need. All right, the charms. Atlantis, in real life, one of the subscribers and friends of ours, he watches the streams sometimes. He joined me for a game one day, and he gave me a bunch of poison charms that he said he was never going to use. So I think he gave me like 8 of them, or maybe it was 10, dude. I can't remember. Maybe you can tell me, Atlantis. But look at some of these rolled like 177 over 8 seconds. He did give me some that were like 200 in the 200s. Like, I think this one and this one. Yeah, like, here's another one, 214, So basically, and then I did go and trade a few, like, higher runes for just, like, I think I traded for maybe this one, 251, or was it this one, 214? I can't remember now anymore, because it's been a little while. But basically, I've upgraded a lot of the charms. I still have a lot of the ones I used to have, though, where they're 100 or 175. And look, some of these have other modifiers on them too, which is really nice. So like this one has strength, this one's got magic find, this one has magic find, this one has hit recovery, strength, run walk, gold find, magic find, run walk. This has a little lightning. Can you imagine a whole inventory of these? 1 to 25 lightning and 100 poison damage. That would be a really cool build. Okay, this one's just plain with 175. This one has life on it with poison. This has run, walk, and poison. Faster hit recovery poison. These ones are just big rolls. This one is a poison and magic find. big rolls, poison, and a little cold damage. And I think that's it. Yeah, and then this is my biggest one that I have, the large charm here, 377 poison damage. So basically, though, that gets us to 10k when we're shooting strafe or guided arrow. The multi-shot says that it's almost to 8k damage. That's with our mercenaries enchant on us. Our attack rating is, with multi-shot, is at over 8,000 and close to 9,000 with strafe. Okay? So, did I cover everything? On swap, I have a Phoenix to get our life and mana back if we need to, and I do have a lower resist dagger. Level 2 lower resist will lower the resistances by 37%. So, let's go over the stats now. This setup here gives me 11% lifesteal, 14% mana steal. And that is enough to kind of sustain me for most encounters. We have 36% gold find, 35% magic find. We do have 69% faster run walk, which matches our 69 defense on our train gloves. 25% hit recovery, 20% faster cast, poison length reduced 125%. Only 9 on open wounds, 1 to mana after each kill, 90% to poison skill damage, 65% to enemy poison resistance. Wow. Okay. I just realized that my face was like probably hovering over a bunch of stuff. I hope you could get my explanation of everything okay with my face there. I'm really sorry. Here, I'll move over for now and just kind of hover over anything if anyone wants to pause on anything. Here's the armor. Here is the helmet, if you'd like to pause over this. Here is the bow, if you'd like to pause over that. Here are the rings. Yeah, I'm sure you could actually see most of it now that I'm looking at it here. So if you want to pause over any of this gear now, I'll go over the charms. Okay, just going over the charms. If anyone wants to pause over any of these to see what we're working with here. If not, you could just fast forward this section. In the beginning of the video, we showed players 8 damage on Eldritch, which we killed him pretty quickly. It was pretty sweet. Alright, so let's move my face back over here. And let's get into some gameplay. Where shall we go? Let's do Trav. Let's go to Trav first. Now, when I go to Trav, what I like to do is I like to put the Phoenix Shield on the Mercenary instead, so that he'll survive. Alright. So here we go. Here's Trav. There was a burst, a volley of arrows that just took all those guys down. You can see we do over... We're at about 8,000 damage with multi-shot, it says right now. And then we got frozen there, but our Mercenary's Cleansing Aura got rid of it for us right away. The Plague Sword also does have lower resist when struck, so he can cast that for us. Alright? So, here, let's get a decoy up. Okay, so there's some of the council members. You can see they're running off, and he just died. And that one's getting healed now, so let's see. See how the Mercenary's doing just fine with that Phoenix Shield. He's getting healed by all the fire, actually. Not a bad Mercenary for this, if you think about it. He's not going to kill lots of stuff that is fire immune or whatever, you know, but, I mean, no big deal. So, okay, so that was Trav. That was not too difficult at all. And then, like I said, I like to switch back and put the Phoenix Shield on me, so that if I need to get any mana back or anything, I could do that. This area has all those guys that run away from you, you know? And it's actually kind of nice with this build because you have such good range and your damage spreads really well, you know? And it runs with them. They die as they're running. See that? So that's kind of nice. All right, let's go to another area here. Let's do the River of Flame, and the Chaos Sanctuary. So here's some guys here. I can use slow missiles, which actually does slow the missiles of these guys too. So here we go. All these guys are poisoned. Let's see. Wow, these guys are really strong, it seems like, doesn't it? So let's cast lower resist on them and shoot them again. Also, I have to keep an eye out to make sure my Valkyrie is not overriding my poison. Sometimes she spawns with poison damage. Oh, wait a second. I'm in the Players 8 game. Did those guys all spawn as Players 8? Because those guys were really strong. Like, yeah, dude. Maybe that's what it is. Are these Players 8 enemies? I'm having a hard time. I usually kill stuff yeah, look. Guys, these are Players 8 because I was in the game. Wasn't I in the... Yeah. So look, these are Players 8 monsters right here. Okay. For sure, because look how long it's taken. Okay. Should I continue with this? I don't know. No, I think I'll probably just go back in so I can show you a little bit faster. Because this is off meta after all. But look, we are killing stuff. Like, these are... Unless now these are not Players 8. I can't tell. You know how that works? How you, like, if you're too close... I can't tell right now. Here, let's just leave. And let's just do a regular Players 1 game so I can show you. Sorry about that. But it's like... I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? So here's the Valkyrie. Let's summon her. And multi-shot. There we go. River of Flame. Let's try this again and just see what it's like. I was going to say, usually they die a lot faster. Yeah, see, look at them now. Everything is dying now. See, okay, so that was Players 8 earlier when I was showing you that mob. That was absolutely Players 8 because there were people in the game before and I forgot to leave. Okay. Weaken charges. Here, weaken charges with Mana Steel. Yeah. Kind of not that great, right? So these guys are usually poison immune right there, too. Okay, Identity Scroll, we'll take that. So, like I said, if I wanted to, I could switch over to Enigma from my Mercenary and kind of bypass some of this. But I don't really mind running, you know? Because that's like... It's fun to shoot stuff and watch it die. That's kind of like the point of playing off meta builds, is like watching your creation actually work, you know? Okay, here we go. Look at that. Not bad, right? Here we go. We can cast a decoy like that, and then we can do this and fire everything off. I do have the lower resist dagger on swap if I really wanted to use that. Here's without it. I'll use it for sure on Diablo because it'll make him die much faster. Diablo actually almost dies in one shot when I use the lower resist one. He doesn't quite, but it's almost. A superior shadow bow. 13 with 3 attack rating. So you need a Larzik that, but you could make mist in that. It's not bad. I think I have a 15 one somewhere though. But yeah. Here, let's use lower resist on those and volley off a bunch of arrows. Yeah, there we go. Those were champions. They're gone. Nice. Stormcasters. Let's get rid of them. There we go. Top off our mana with that. Experience Shrine, sure. Oh, the lower resist went off from our Mercenary, which is nice. So look at how fast they die now. Boom. You see how fast they die when the level 12 lower resist goes off? Yeah, it's crazy. If you could get that consistently, this build would be really strong, you know? I think the best I could probably do would be to, like, you know, find another, like, something that rolls minus, like, level 4 or something, maybe. Here we go. And I'll just switch over to this Phoenix Shield while I wait for everything to die. Yep. Light gauntlets. Let's see. These are rare. 1 to Jav, yeah. With a couple other things, but nothing too great. Take a identity scroll. We'll drop a town portal off where Diablo is just to set ourselves up to leave. How about right there? Okay, so here's the entire group over here. That guy's got lower resist on him. He's gone. So this is a very satisfying build, man. It's super sweet. Like, if you've seen my other videos on this, there's a whole playlist, man, of tons of iterations of this where I was, like, kind of starting out. I even have, like, low-level versions of this, like starting at level 1, where you can play a Toxic Boson, you know, from, like, start to finish. I'm gonna heal the Mercenary. That was the Sace. He's gone. He was kind of like, I like forgot he was there. But yeah, how sick is the armor on this too? The rust color armor for the Defiance mod. Super cool. I've said before that what I was really wanting was the Archon plate. You know? There's less strength requirement on that. But dude, that's like freaking 10 Jaw runes or something, you know? This one I traded for 1 Burr rune, okay? So, which was a lot more reasonable. I didn't want to trade 10 Jaw runes. Like, you know, I'm not, like, using bots. So, but yeah, so I had to trade a Burr rune for that one. So yeah, and like I said, there's still improvement for this character. Like, I could make these boots better. I could try to do something like, you know, Metal Grid Insight or something like that. Iron Golem, and then not need the mana steal on this ring and this ring, and then get more life steal even. You know? Because like I said, you need quite a bit of life steal since this weapon doesn't have any enhanced damage on it. Our physical damage is quite low, so leeching back life and mana, that you have to be around like these numbers, 14% for the mana steal, 11% for the life steal, or higher to even get like back anything, you know? So here we go. Sawaya, no. Flawless Ruby, definitely want those because I've been trying to craft, you know. So now here's Diablo, and I'm going to for sure lower resist on him, and then I'll shoot a guided arrow at him. There we go. So let's just see how he does. Mercenary got wasted. I should have ran around a little because the Mercenary would have moved with me. But look, there's one shot. One shot. And here's the next shot now on Diablo. Nice. So 2 shots on Diablo for Toxic Multishot Amazon with this setup, which I think is pretty cool. I'm just IDing these for fun, kind of. Yeah, no. So, the Superior Shadow Bow. Is this... Maybe I'll You know, you could make Mist in that and then do like a Paladin with Fanaticism or like Freezing Aura or something and shoot through everything. Be kind of cool. Where's my town portal? Here it is. So that was chaos, dude. Hell yeah. Mercenary, let's get you back. Let's see, do I even have room for this thing? Yeah, sort of. A little bit. And then let's cube up some of these. But yeah, basically I need a pair of blood boots that rolls 30% run walk, at least, and then 3% lifesteal. And then I want it to have like as much lightning and other res as it can possibly have, you know? And then whatever else it rolls is kind of like whatever, I would say. I mean, anything else would be nice after that. But those three things especially are kind of what I need. Let me get some of my identity scrolls back here. I like to put them in my belt because it saves me some space in the inventory, which I desperately need. You'll probably also notice no torch. No torch, because the torch actually interrupts our poison damage when the firestorm goes off. So no torch. All right. The character is better without the torch. Let's go to a terror zone. Here's Spider Forest. So now in the terror zones, your attack rating suffers because of the level of the enemies. Not much you can do about that, really. But that's okay. We can still hit plenty of things. Here's Strafe. I'll use Strafe a little bit. It's only level 21. Or, I'm sorry, no, it's not. It's level 3. So we can only hit 7 targets with Strafe. But there you go. Not bad, right? I prefer just the multi-shot with this character. I just think it's a little bit more satisfying and fun to watch, you know? But here, this is Terror Zone, Spider Forest. Look at the guys just... Those are all minions, and that was on like elite pack of enemies, too. Yeah, super satisfying. Yeah, and see how I'm actually sustaining. I haven't been using Phoenix here because there's so many enemies here that with the amount of lifesteal and mana steal I do have built up on this character, I am able to sustain most of my volleys of multi-shot, which do cost 24 mana per cast, you know? So without all that, you'd be out of mana in 10 shots, you know, or less. Actually, in like 9 shots. So, So yeah, you kind of need that. The mana per kill you need, and you need the mana steal for sure. A small charm in a terror zone. Could it be massive poison damage? Run walk. Here we go. So I hope I effectively went over everything earlier. So you can see these like insane massive upgrades. Yeah, we're a mithril coil. Ooh. See, I could craft that for another blood belt and see if I could get something better. Right now, I won't grab the shrine because I'm demonstrating the build, you know. Here's another elite pack. Yeah, dude. I mean, I know it's like some people are going to be like players 1, but all the off meta stuff is usually players 1, all right? Like, it's okay that it is. It's fine. Like, you can still find plenty of good gear on Players 1. You can still have a great time playing the game on Players 1. And I did demonstrate Players 8 in this today, and I never do that, you know? But yeah, like, this build I've been working on for so long. And there was somebody that commented a while back saying something like, dude, it took you 2 years to make... Well, yeah, because, like, it doesn't mean I spent 2 years only playing this character and not doing anything else with my life. So I'm saying like over the course of like 2 years or so of playing D2R, just kind of collecting charms, making trades here and there when I feel motivated to work on this character, that's how long it took, you know? Along with all the other characters I have. Like, I mean, if you look at my channel, look how many characters I have. It's kind of ridiculous, right? And they're all off meta too, right? And that's and even the ones that are on meta, right? I say on meta. Those ones are like there's some kind of slant to them that I do. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, 2.5 years of playing D2R to get this character to this level, you know? And it's my most satisfying character that I've been working on. It's the one that I usually am on the lookout for things for, you know? Not the only one, but yeah, it's definitely a big one. So let's use the Phoenix again here. There we go. Phoenix Shield is just like amazing, isn't it? What a cool item. I love about the Phoenix Shield how the 40%, it has the 40% chance to cast level 22 Firestorm on striking. Like, you could actually do something with that, you know? Even 22 unsynergized is some fire damage. Like, watch this. I'm attacking right there. So I'm doing all my poison damage on these guys, but then the Firestorm procs too and actually hurts them. Here, this is me just attacking with the dagger. Not a very smart idea on those elite guys, but here we go. So usually these spiders too have pretty good poison resistance, you know. There they go, all going down. So remember, just minus 65 to enemy poison resistance, plus 90% to poison skill damage. Our multi-shot says it's almost at 8k. Here we go. And you know most of that is just poison, because look at the damage on the bow. 15 to 63, you know. A blue thresher. Let's see. Oh, our mercenary leveled up. Grab this mithril coil again so I can craft that at some point. But yeah, so this build, what's fun about it right now too is always on the lookout for better charms, of course. Any like massive ones, of course, like there's the 451 that would be wild, right? Inventory of those would be absolutely astonishing. Easily could do players 8 with that. Anyway, I could craft better boots. I could craft a better belt. I could even craft or find better amulets, you know. However, it's difficult to craft an amulet that's going to roll 8% mana steel. I don't know if you can get 8% mana steel on a crafted amulet. Maybe someone can correct me, but I don't know if you can. It might be only rares that you could get 8%, you know, with all res and all that stuff. But yeah, so basically, like, I could still get like a few better items. Like even the rings could roll better on the things that they do have on here. You know, like this 6% mana steel. Can that do 8 or on a ring, or is 6 the max? I think 6 might be the max on a ring. I'm not sure though. But yeah, like I could get more res on this one. I could get more res on this one, or more dexterity on this one. So like I could get mana per kill on this ring as well as this ring, you know? Like there's so many little tweaks now. Like I'm min-maxing this off meta build, and it's been really fun, you know? So, okay, here we go. And that's where a lot of the fun is too, is like the gameplay is really fun for this character, but then I'm also just at that point now where it's like minor little upgrades here and there, you know. I do want to try what I was saying earlier, where it's like get the metal grid maybe and see what we can do with that. You know, I'm afraid to use that and then do like a beast rune word metal grid, because I just don't think it's going to survive. I guess I could put a CTA on swap, you know, but it's like then you have to keep casting that, and that's a little annoying. So another thing too is I was running Hustle. I could show that if you want. Let me see. Here, I'll show that. I did that actually a lot. So I was doing Hustle in the offhand here. So let's see. Let's give the Phoenix to the Mercenary. Just give him that bump. And then I will put this over here. So we have Hustle. Good to see you. And I need some arrows for this one. Good day. But yeah, so this is another setup I was doing to get the run walk and the attack speed, because there's no attack speed on this entire build. None. You know? So, but I was saying, like, maybe a beast metal grid, you know, for the attack speed. But, I don't know, man. If that thing dies, it's gonna, like, then you're down a beast. You know what I mean? It's like, that sucks. So, like, okay, here we go. So there, we got it already. So there's burst of speed. Now look how fast we attack now with this. And this is, I made this in a three to bow and crossbow skills matriarchal bow on one of the first ladders that was introduced. So we're on non-ladder, remember? Okay, so now we've got the Hustle, which feels pretty good, I'll say. It does work out pretty good. And so now we're faster at running, and we do have a little bit of attack speed now, see? And that does feel pretty good. So I was actually running it like this for quite a while before I showcased it. But overall, like, having the lower resist dagger and having the Phoenix on swap is just kind of freaking nice, you know, for our sustain and everything. But you'll see, I can sustain still. Oh, we're in the Great Marsh now. So let's see. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, a Blood Spirit. I'm always on the lookout for good bases too. 2 Spirit of the Barbs, 2 Heart of the Wolverine, 1 Fury. Oh, look at that, Gloams. That's alright. I'm not worried about those guys. We have 73 lightning res, and we kill these things pretty easily, actually. Because they don't have much resistance to the poison. So I will say that the only thing about the Hustle, using Hustle, is it is like a little tedious sometimes when you're like, oh, my freaking burst of speed wore off, you know? Like, that kind of sucks. I do wish it was like a little bit longer maybe, or just like if you had like a little icon in the corner that could show you when some of your buffs were wearing off, that would be kind of nice. But with Strafe though, it's actually not hard to, you know, get it up and running on an Amazon. So that's what's nice. That's not too bad, you know. It's kind of nice. Let's identify this jewel. I'm going to identify this rare Flamberge as well, because I always like to see if there's any sick rares that you could find, you know, as like trophy items or like something like that. Those are always fun to see. Like, I just ran out of the burst of speed. Okay. So that's like a little bit annoying. So then you're like, oh, and then you really feel the effect of that. If you just don't use it, I notice that it's like fine. And then sometimes it like won't proc, you know, like, let's see. Here we go. There, we got it. We got it. Okay. So we got it back. So not too bad right there. But yeah, this is not a bad way to run it either, is to get burst of speed on swap like that. And look, we're frozen, but it's gone already because the cleansing aura from Plague is so massive, dude. It's so good. Now our Mercenary too, by the way, because he's got Phoenix on, he does have minus 42% to enemy fire resistance. So he's actually, and he's got a level 36 fireball. So he actually does some damage. But yeah, basically, this build, I've got so many things covered, so many bases covered with this build. Like, We're lacking in poison res, but we have 125% poison length reduced with cleansing aura. Our cold res is only 23, but once again, cleansing aura gets rid of the frozen effect. Lightning is at 73, fire's at 75 thanks to the flickering flame. So we've got those covered. We've got our sustain covered with 14% mana steal and 11% life steal. We do have movement speed and attack speed covered with hustle on swap, or if we need more damage, we can do the lower resist dagger with a phoenix on swap to get our mana back and to cast lower res to strengthen our poison even more. We're at like freaking 10k poison like damage with guided arrow and 8k damage with multi-shot, and the majority of that is for sure poison. And there's still room for improvement on this build. You know, pretty much a lot of the charms could be upgraded because there's even higher values. Like this is the only one that I have that's over 300. The only one, you know. So there's so many things to upgrade still. And that's what makes this build super cool, I think, for off meta, is like it's functioning great. And it has been for a while, ever since I started showing it on the channel. Check out the playlist. It's got a bunch of videos of just this build. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these epic upgrades for this Amazon. And please stay tuned for more off-meta builds. I do have other ones coming. I did pull some stuff from the last ladder, such as a Metamorphosis Helm and a shield that had 3 sockets and looks blue. And so I will be making some more stuff, of course. Thank you, dudes. See you later.